Welcome to my channel, The World Coin. Today videos is one you won't miss. We're diving into the world of coins. I have two videos of 10 pence. So, let's get it. The 10 pence coin minted in the United Kingdom in 1992 is an important piece in British numismatic history, marking a significant transition point in the evolution of the UK's decimal coinage system. First introduced in 1968, prior to the full implementation of decimalisation in 1971, the 10 pence coin was part of a broader effort to modernize British currency, replacing the old system of pounds, shillings, and pence. Decimalisation standardized monetary transactions and simplified calculations in daily commerce. The 10 pence coin replaced the florin, 2 shillings, and retained its value of 1/10 of a pound sterling, 0.10 GBP. Originally, the coin was minted with a large diameter of 28.5 mm and composed of cupro-nickel, 75% copper, 25% nickel, which it retained until 1992. In 1992, a major change occurred. The coin was redesigned to a smaller, more efficient form due to considerations of practicality and cost efficiency. The large 10p coin was considered cumbersome and expensive to produce in the long term. Therefore, in 1992, the Royal Mint introduced a reduced-size version, marking a significant numismatic milestone. The 1992 10 pence coin features the third definitive portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Raphael Maklouf, which had been in use from 1985 until 1997. This effigy is recognized for its formal elegance, with the Queen shown wearing the George IV state diadem, an ornate crown set with 1,233 diamonds. The inscription surrounding the effigy reads, Elizabeth II DG Reg FD 1992, which is abbreviated Latin for Elizabeth II de Gratia Regina Fidei Defensor, meaning Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen, Defender of the Faith. The reverse design was created by Christopher Ironside, a renowned British coin designer. It features a crowned lion passant guardant, a heraldic lion walking with one forepaw raised, facing forward, which is a traditional symbol of British strength and monarchy. The lion is crowned with the royal crown, emphasizing the sovereignty of the nation. The denomination 10 pence is inscribed in capital letters beneath the lion, all surrounded by a plain, non-reeded edge. This reverse design was part of the original decimal coin series launched in 1968 and remained until the 2008 coinage redesign. The 1992 10p coin represents a pivotal year, because it was the first year in which the reduced-size version of the 10 pence coin was struck for circulation. The diameter was reduced from 28.5 mm to 24.5 mm, and the weight from 11.31 grams to 6.5 grams, significantly improving the coin's convenience in everyday use. While the composition remained cupro-nickel at this point, later changes in 2012 would see the coin struck in nickel-plated steel for cost-saving reasons. The reduced size was more aligned with the other coins in the decimal system, and easier for both the public and vending machine mechanisms to handle. The new size also allowed the coin to circulate more efficiently, occupy less space, and cost less in materials and minting. The larger pre-1992 coins were gradually withdrawn from circulation, though they remained legal tender until 1993, when the Royal Mint officially demonetized them. This transition echoes the dynamic nature of coinage systems, which must adapt to economic, technological, and societal changes. In terms of mintage, the Royal Mint produced 1,413,455,000, approximately 1.4 billion, of the smaller-sized 10p coins in 1992, reflecting a high demand for this new version to replace the older coins. This high mintage means that most 1992 10p coins are considered common among collectors, and their numismatic value in circulated condition remains low, generally close to face value. However, uncirculated examples or coins in brilliant uncirculated BU condition may hold slight premiums, especially when included in Royal Mint annual coin sets. Collectors interested in typesets, sets featuring each distinct type of coin, design or size, often seek the 1992 coin to represent the beginning of the new small-size 10p era. It holds more historical than intrinsic value and helps tell the story of British coinage evolution in the late 20th century. The 1992 transition is not only significant from a technical or collectible standpoint, but also represents the shifting landscape of British currency. By the early 1990s, the economy had moved towards increasingly mechanized and digital transactions, and the need for physical coins was both logistical and symbolic. Smaller coins were easier to manage and cheaper to produce. Moreover, the changes were in line with broader European trends, as many European nations were re-evaluating their coinage systems in light of the impending creation of the euro, though the UK would ultimately not adopt it. Public reception to the smaller 10p coin was initially mixed. Some lamented the loss of the substantial feeling of the old coins, while others welcomed the practical benefits. Over time, the smaller coin gained full acceptance and became standard. Another notable element of the 1992 10p coin is its position in the lineage of British coin designs. In 2008, under the Royal Mint's new coinage redesign led by Matthew Dent, the reverse design of the 10p was changed to feature a segment of the royal shield, part of a larger design across multiple denominations. However, until 2008, the crowned Lion of Christopher Ironside remained a staple symbol of the nation on the 10p coin. Thus, the 1992 coin sits within the final generation of Ironside's designs, giving it an added layer of cultural and artistic heritage. This reflects how coins are not only economic instruments, but also bearers of national identity, artistry, and political symbolism. In conclusion, the 1992 10p coin is a landmark piece in modern British coinage. While not rare in circulation, its significance lies in its role as the first of a new, smaller generation of coins that reflected the evolving priorities of the UK economy, royal mint production, and the needs of the public. The coin encapsulates a key moment in numismatic and national history, one of modernization, adaptation, and cultural continuity. It serves as a valuable piece for any collector interested in the broader narrative of British money, not for its rarity or material worth, but for the story it tells about a nation constantly balancing tradition and innovation. The 2005 10p coin, a deep dive. The 2005 10p coin from the United Kingdom is part of a long-standing decimal coinage system introduced in 1971. As such, the coin is not just a medium of everyday transactions, but also a piece of modern British history. The 10p coin, or 10p, holds a special place in UK currency as one of the basic denominations representing a tenth of a British pound sterling, so 10. Over time, these coins have undergone changes in design, metal composition, and production practices. The 2005 issue, in particular, sits at the confluence of traditional and modern minting eras, making it a fascinating subject for collectors and historians alike. Historical context, decimalization, and the 10p coin. To understand the 2005 10p coin, we must first revisit the decimalization of British currency, which took place on 15 February 1971. This was a watershed moment in British economic history, where the centuries-old pounds, shillings, and pence system was replaced by a simplified base 10 system. Under the old system, there were 240 pence to the pound, making calculations cumbersome. After decimalization, the pound was divided into 100 new pence. The original 10p coin was introduced in 1968, even before decimalization was fully implemented. It was initially equivalent in size and value to the old 2-shilling coin and was made of cupro-nickel, a durable alloy consisting of 75% copper and 25% nickel. This large 10p remained in circulation until 1992, when it was replaced with a smaller version, the one that was in use during 2005. Physical characteristics of the 2005 10p coin. The 2005 10p coin is part of the smaller, modern version of the coin introduced in 1992. Its specifications are as follows: metal composition, 75% copper, 25% nickel, cupro-nickel. Diameter, 24.5 mm thickness, 1.85 mm weight, 6.5 grams edge, milled, has grooves for grip and anti-counterfeiting. Shape. Round. These physical characteristics make the 10p a convenient coin in terms of portability, durability, and usability in vending machines and other coin-operated devices. Obverse design. The effigy of Queen Elizabeth II. The obverse side, front of the 2005 10p coin features the fourth portrait of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Ian Rank-Broadley. This portrait was introduced in 1998 and was used on UK coins until 2015. It depicts the Queen facing right, wearing the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara. Designer, Ian Rank-Broadley. FRBS Legend, Inscription, Elizabeth II DG Reg FD. 2005. Translation, Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen, Defender of the Faith. This portrait is notable for being more realistic and less idealized than previous ones, reflecting a more mature and stately image of the Queen in her later years. Reverse design. The heraldic lion. The reverse side of the 2005 10-pence coin bears the image of a heraldic lion, known as the lion passant guardant. This design was originally created by Christopher Ironside in 1968 and continued until 2008 when a new series of reverse designs was introduced. Designer, Christopher Ironside Design. Details. The lion is shown walking with its right paw raised and looking outward. Symbolism. The lion passant is a traditional symbol of England, denoting courage, strength, and monarchy. It has deep heraldic roots dating back to the Middle Ages. This classic image contributed to a sense of continuity in the UK's national identity, bridging traditional values with modern currency aesthetics. Minting figures and circulation. The Royal Mint produced tens of millions of 10p coins annually during the early 2000s, though exact figures can vary. In 2005, approximately 94 million 10p coins were struck for circulation. This large mintage means the 2005 10p is relatively common in circulation and not particularly rare from a collector's standpoint. However, well-preserved, uncirculated examples or special sets can hold extra value, commemorative and collector's value. Although the 2005 10p coin is a standard issue, some coins from this year were also issued as brilliant uncirculated, BU, and proof versions, especially in annual Royal Mint collector sets. Brilliant uncirculated coins. Higher quality strikes with no wear, often sold in presentation packs. Proof coins. Highest quality with mirror-like finishes, struck multiple times on specially prepared blanks. Collectors might value the 2005 10p as part of a year set or a milestone collection, involving specific Queen Elizabeth II portraits or pre-2008 reverse designs. Economic value and legal tender status. The face value of the 10p coin remains 0.10, but its intrinsic metal value fluctuates with the price of copper and nickel. As of 2005, the coin's metal content was worth less than its face value, ensuring continued production viability. The 10p remains legal tender for any amount not exceeding 5 vers, though in practice, shops and banks are not obliged to accept large quantities of coins. The 2005 edition remains valid for transactions unless excessively worn or damaged. Transition to steel and design changes, post-2005. In 2008, the Royal Mint introduced a new reverse design for the 10p coin by Matthew Dent, featuring a segment of the Royal Shield of Arms. This design is part of a set where multiple coins form a complete shield when arranged together. Alongside this change, the metal composition of the 10p coin also shifted. Post-2012 coins are made of nickel-plated steel, a cost-saving measure due to rising metal prices. Thus, the 2005 10p is one of the last cupro-nickel coins featuring the traditional lion reverse, adding a layer of historic and numismatic value. Collecting and numismatics. Why the 2005 10p matters. Although the 2005 10p may not be rare, it holds significance for several reasons. Pre-steel era. Part of the last generation of 10p coins before the switch to nickel-plated steel. Classic reverse. Features the lion design, soon replaced in 2008. Royal portrait bears Ian Rank-Broadley's effigy of the Queen, a modern, dignified portrayal. High mintage. Readily available for beginners in numismatics. Educational value. Serves as a gateway coin to learn about heraldry, monarchy, and British coin history. For collectors, finding a brilliant uncirculated version or a proof specimen can enhance the appeal and potential value of this coin. Social and cultural significance coins like the 10p are often overlooked in daily transactions, but they serve as silent ambassadors of a nation's identity, values, and monarchy. The 2005 coin in particular stands as a reminder of Queen Elizabeth II's enduring legacy, especially in the post-Diana, early 21st century era, when the monarchy was undergoing image rejuvenation. Furthermore, the 10p coin has found use in popular culture, vending machines, parking meters, payphones, now obsolete, and more. It has been part of the lives of millions of Britons and visitors to the UK, leaving a quiet but consistent mark on modern life. Conclusion. The lasting legacy of the 2005 10p coin. In the grand tapestry of British numismatics, the 2005 10p coin might not immediately stand out. Yet, it encapsulates a blend of tradition, utility, and evolving national identity. From the powerful symbolism of the heraldic lion to the solemn dignity of Queen Elizabeth II's portrait, every facet of this coin tells a story of a country that respects its past while moving forward. For the seasoned collector, it represents an important marker in the timeline of UK currency. For the casual observer, it's a sliver of metal with centuries of meaning pressed into it. Either way, the 2005 10p coin remains a worthy subject of admiration, study, and collection, so like and subscribe this video.